I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All Complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CTA's Daily Review. Today is October 24, Tuesday, 2023. So we had this up and down day today, ended up being a bullish day. They did not come take out those lows. They decided to come and take out the previous day's high. I mentioned that in the video as an option. As you can see, dollar, before I get to dollar, I was pointing at this high right here for the indices. And sure enough, we did come and grab that. Little unorthodox the way they did it, but this was a support area and then coming up there. And then we did get the sell back down, but they did decide to buy back up. So, and then as far as dollar goes here, you can see I was mentioning that, price come down here and then buy back up. And then now here's the thing. So when I do this type of thing, right, this I know, I'm confident in pretty much, right, what's happening. But from here, I don't know if it's going to come down. I don't know if it's going to keep going up, right? But this coming and retracing is sort of at a minimum for me. And it decided to come up here, which I'll show you in a second. But which if you looked here, you'll see that we came all the way up. This is that daily imbalance. Is it going to be an inverse imbalance, meaning held as resistance, or is it going to break through? If dollar needs to be bullish, then you're going to want to see it respect this range and bounce from here, or possibly even here as a retrace. This is a weekly gap. This is a daily chart right here. And then bouncing from here up. But you would prefer to see it here, bounce from here, if it's going to keep going up into that weekly imbalance right here with all that inefficient price. So we don't know if dollar is going to do that or not. Obviously, this, which is our conversation here, but this kind of candle looks like it could get up there though, so I will see. But it was mixed market too, where dollar was coming up and so are we, right? But let's go into also, as you can see, that was that high I was pointing at right there, and we all took that out. Now, as you see there, so we had a divergence here happening on a higher low as well for Dow, and then we had lower highs here. Lower lows here. And that pretty much gave you the signal of it going up again. I'll get into that in a second, man. There's so much to say about this video. I'm going to try to really make it short, but let's go real quick into this. With here, as you see, is the 4 hour. I know this is really busy, and this is more busy than I would like with these ranges, but I have to show it so you can see it. So obviously, when we broke this low from this lower high, which on the bigger picture was a 61, it did go below. So I mean, in technical terms, yes, this is probably maybe a double bottom. We would have liked the price to come down here, but they're holding it as support. So you could see it as a double bottom. This was a double bottom as well, right there. Those two. You can see the oversold area on the 4 hour. You did get these double bottoms right here. Just not to trust it so much, but we are retracing probably just to get back the sellers, wipe out the sellers before we come back down again if we do. So long story short, this lower high here did make this range as a lower low. So I got this fib now here. So I'm only doing this so you can see. And yes, I have a fib from here to here because this high and this low, and then it retracing back, including that area right there. That was a news event, Powell talking. But if you recall, that came to a 50% from here to here to here. So I got the range from here because we haven't had 50% yet. So I got that range as well. So the price can be, a little shift of structure to retrace back up. It's not like it's not in the cards. Where would that 50 be at for this range from there to there, since there's no 50 delivery yet? Well, if I move it over, you can see that 50 right there. So we probably are reaching that. And what do we also have? We have that daily imbalance. I didn't mention this yesterday either. But I didn't really have to care about the daily imbalance, even though I knew that the liquidity was more important to me. And getting into this imbalance as well would have been important, don't get me wrong, but The liquidity was what was more important. I should have drawn it out and I didn't, but there you can see it there. Sometimes I'll do a video today and then tomorrow when I see Asia and I see different things, I start fine tuning my analysis again, right? So, anyways, that being said, here, beautiful. So don't get lost in this. I mean, and then I have a range from here to here. See this range right here? The reason why I got this range from here to here is because, I probably need to go to this time frame real quick, see if I can explain all this. Let's see if I could do that. So here, when we left here, this if I put a fib from here to there back, that's 50%. So from here, as it's dragging down, okay, yes, I drag it all the way, but from here to here, as the price gets controlled here and stays inside this imbalance right there, and right there, and this price controls and stays down, we do get ranges inside here. So I count from here down because this does retrace, hits to 61. Then the price doesn't go through. So because it doesn't break this low, and we made the video here yesterday, right? And then the price never broke that low, right? Or that low, obviously. Especially that low, right? Because if it doesn't break that low, it's still buying. And this could be a support area, obviously, as we're discussing this idea that we have for maybe a possible short-term retracement is what I'm fucking really trying to say, right? So that being said, the fib from here, I like it because this range, I can see the legs from here as I'm dragging this here. Like, let's just say from there, I don't see 50% from here, right? So we ended up getting a raid, one more raid down there. That was just, that's yesterday, obviously. But with it breaking above here, yes, we wanted to take out that liquidity, but it's not coming. It did retrace real deep yesterday, so but it doesn't take out the low. So with that being said, this is possibly a little shift right here. It's just it's obviously consolidating, very similar to this idea here, where we possibly, we came down, we double bottomed right there, and then we shifted structure right there to retrace back up, right? That's according to this big fib, right? That's how we got to this 61 on this fib. If you look at the price from here, right? So with that being said, this in a sell model, and understanding, identifying this range here from here to here, it's possible that we do retrace back into here. We do have some empty price action on the 4 hour. Again, which I'll show you again, but I'm just trying to show you the understanding of why I got all these damn fibs. And trust me, I don't need them, but I can only explain this with it, and then, so hopefully you're not getting lost in this, but the point is that this price did retrace up here, and then it came all the way down. So we're still in this range from here to there. So do we bust through this or not? I don't know, obviously. And then with the daily imbalance of these purple lines, I do have a green line there because I was married to the idea of coming up to take this out and then retracing either, well, not to be honest, I wanted to sell through this, but we might not get that. You might get another higher low as you see these higher lows, right? So the Asian London definitely like showed you kind of the cards here. And then from when the price moves down, after taking that high out, yes, we're in that little daily imbalance. When the price comes down, I'm pretty much guaranteed understanding that this price is either going to, once it gets above this high, it's going to retrace back down. All right, so I'll put a fib from here to there. All right, and then it retraces. You could have stopped, pick your poison, 50, any one of these. So it does stop at the 79. And I have this orange box in here, which is the opening range gap that we had. This also helped and framed the day as well, which I'll explain in a second. So, but when you're here and coming down, this is the least idea that you have as a minimum idea. From here, we don't know what it's going to do. We don't know if it's going to break all the way through, but if it doesn't break through, we know it's going to buy from here, right? And then if that's the case, if you're buying from here, what's your next target? Well, it would be that next high, right? If you're following this order flow. Now, I would have liked to have came through, but I don't have to be involved in the market to find out either. I only need a piece of it going up to here and a piece of it going down to here, right? And that's it. I'm fucking done. And that's my whole setup for these two trades that I'm going to show you, for example. But just trying to give you the logic here. So with explaining each of these fibs, right? So, I mean, I would like to delete all of them and then just really use this, to be honest. This lower high to lower low. And it might not even retrace up here. We don't know that. We might sit, we have Powell tomorrow at 4:30. So, and conveniently they do it at the time where no one's going to be trading and they're just going to wipe out price somewhere. So does Powell tomorrow at 4:30 push that price up to here? Or does he push us down here? That's pretty much what I'm going to say right now before even the day starts. I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. So we don't know. But let's take a look. So right now we do have some support here. And we do have a possibility of retracing. I mean, legitly, this is a lower high. That's a lower low. It is. Even though we didn't come lower and we would like to have, structure a little bit down, then came up. I would have been totally okay with that too. And I can still be bearish, right? So this is where we at. But let me do this, show you that this opening range gap, so this will make sense. And let me tell you, man, I wish I held it because let me tell you, I knew we were coming back down. These motherfuckers. But it's awesome when you know what it's doing. So look at this. I'm gonna switch this 15-minute chart to regular trading hours. So don't worry about these red lines. I don't know, the indicator does that. It sucks when it does that. But when don't worry about this red area right now. Just look at when we closed yesterday. This is where we closed at 4:15. Right there. That clock. This candle right there. See that starts the, you see how it starts the this box that I make? That's 4:15 p.m. yesterday, okay? We open up at 9:30 up here, which would be in this case right here. That candle right there. So if I was to drag this out, we close right there, and then we opened up right there for the 9:30. Okay, so this will explain things. So I know once we're here, we got a gap here, right? But what the fuckery they'll do is they won't seal it first. They'll go up on purpose because they have an agenda going up, which is obviously we just discussed taking out that high, right, of yesterday's high, right? And then once they do that, they want to come back down and fill it. Look at that. Look how we came right to the opening gap here at the bottom. Right there, you see the bodies respecting there beautifully. And before I even get into this, let me just show you this also logic. When we did the video yesterday here, you got a higher low, you got a higher high, you got a higher low, and you got a higher high, you got a higher low. This low is protected with that down candle right there. And then this looks suspect. You see this imbalance right here? What's a 5-minute? See this imbalance right there with these 3 down candles? Well, we end up coming to that price as well. Getting into this imbalance right here. But before I get there, let me just, so I can show you why I have this fib right here. And then this fib right here. So me knowing that, okay, we're coming up here. This is a leg, right? So when you see this, this is just one leg up, finale right there. And then the leg down, finale. Then the leg up, finale, right? As of now, this leg is assuming to be done. All right, but this is what it looked like. So you got higher lows going. It's pushing price. Look at that. So now that you understand that, I already have fair delivery of here and here. And then when we get to here, this fib isn't even there yet. Okay, so just picture. I'm gonna move this just right here for a second. So look at this leg. 9:30 happens, pushes the price up. Doesn't take that high out. So it sets a high, acting like it's gonna sell, looking like it's resistance. We know we want to take out that liquidity. Plus, there's a daily imbalance as well. So this is a fake push up right here. It's not a fake push up, but this is a fake sell, I should say. The one that comes down here. So when we get here, and you want to kind of let the price, do what it's doing in these first 2 moves. I would usually catch this, and I saw this as a buy, and I was like, bro, you're missing it. But I'm like, no, it's all good. Let them retrace and let them do what the fuckery they're doing. So when I have a setup that's going to be in play, I'll take this fib now and I identify this range because I know higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then it just keeps going. As you see, if I do this, you don't see 50% ever, right? See that? This is how I track legs, right? Okay, boom. All right, so now that I got it there, and they're just engineering liquidity to come right back up. That's why it sells from here. But it comes all the way down and perfect right to a 50. Look at that. So right to a 50 and takes out the liquidity and seals that there's a little gap right there. Look at that gap. Now this is the details that, experience will show you. That right there is an eyesore to me. I see that right away. I don't know if you do, but right away when this is retracing and you're getting below a 50, what do we got here? Well, we have this down candle here, this last down one, right? We have that gap with an imbalance right there. See that? I mean, I could draw it for you. Okay. I really want to make this short, man. Let me just do that. And I can even do this. Just put the little line at the open. Okay. And then if I was to really get in there, I could put a little gap. I'll put a little zone for that gap, but I'm not going to do it. I don't need to do that too much. And you have the last down candle. I mean, this is the last down candle, but this candle right here is also a down candle. It's a wick though. Look how this is a common signature. The price will come right to that open of this last down wick. See how it comes right to the open? Super confluent signature of buying. And you've seen me do these videos plenty of times with mentioning that. But this is the general gist of also why is it good to buy here, because not only did we not take out that high, but when we retrace back, we take out the people who were buying at 930. So that's the buy. That's the buy at 930. This is the buy I normally take right here. This dipping down into here, I'm already buying this, right? Coming all the way up. Now, what does it do? It retraces and wipes out those people and doesn't go any lower. It just stays right there. That's all it wanted to do, and engineer liquidity to come up here to then take out that high, right? And then once we're up here, I see this leg. I see this leg here. Look at this. I see this leg. Finale. So now I put this fib here, all right? So I can explain my process. So then this range is from here to here. This is a higher, it is also a higher high. Plus my ideas are telling me, whoa, look at these higher lows, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this looks very suspect also. This could be a start of a retracement back to what I was saying by identifying this fib here to here, retracing up to here, or even from here. From there to there, when I have this range from there to there and retracing, you see the 50s right there for that range. It would close the daily imbalance. This is a nice area. It might even pop up to the 61 and then wipe them people out and get into this. See this little price action that's empty from this low to this high, this little pocket of space. I mean, I can draw it, but I don't think I need to, right? You see it. You should be able to see it. I'm going to do that at the least. I don't even know what to make color this color. I'm just trying to do it so you could see it. Whatever. But this pocket of price right here, I'll leave that there just like this actually. You really to that low is could also do it to this right there. Whatever. We don't need to be perfect, but the reason why I like this is because there's liquidity there, and then there's a price action there, and then this range it would have came to 50. So I'm starting to like this area. But I don't know if we're going to get there. But this is the exchange right here. This is the higher high, higher low already happening. So, and then this fib right here, I could probably, we're in this range, right? This little fib that I have here, but I could delete this and it might not be really key. It might not really be working. It might just bust through, and then we're honoring my next ideas is this fib and then to this fib. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave it anyway, man. For the sake of what we're doing. And then let's see here. And then we came down. Watch this. We came down and we have that opening range gap. So now we've sealed it. Look at the price coming down to seal it, right? Shy of that 88 from not there, I'm sorry, from here, this range here, because now I got that fib from that higher low. Why did I use this? Well, because this already came above and retraced back, right? So, and then we're coming above to make a new structure, right? So I would use the fib from here. Okay. I already have this piece of structure right there. So then I would put it here to there. That's the high, as you see right there, to that high, and it retraces all the way down. With the goal here, though, when you're selling is because you're coming down here to wipe out the buyers, right? Because everybody was fucking buying here. Look at these higher lows, looking all nice and shit, right? And then we seal that opening range gap, which I just explained. And you see these little dotted lines right here. This is the 4-hour wick. 50% level of the 4-hour wick, which is right here. Take a look at this. So I have this blue line also coming all the way out. Let's see this blue line right here. So this is, and this is our opening gap right here, by the way. I knew when we were selling here, we were coming here. I fucking knew it. And then I closed it. Well, whatever. I don't need to be right. But I have this blue line right here. You can see that right there. This little blue line right here. I'm basically just highlighting the open of this down 4 candle. So we have this 4-hour down candle. So we came up and we came down. This is demand area. So it would buy from here. And then more fine-tuned is this wick. See this wick right here? This wick, if I was to, you see how I have a 50% level? This is, if I was to move it in there. See how the open to the bottom and then 50% is right there? Look at it, 106 level, perfect. Like literally hair. And the price when this 4-hour candle opened up, which was the 10 a.m. candle, they came up first, then came down, and then they came right into 50% of that wick. So 50% of that wick plus this down candle is pretty much what I was looking at here. And sure enough, it did buy back up again when the next candle, when the 2 o'clock candle came up. Beautiful right there. So really high confluence with that. This is all algorithm principles, and this is not something that buyers and sellers can be doing. There's no way I can know all these levels, and then pan out without the algorithm doing that, right? So liquidity game in general. But beautiful area. Look, I'm gonna move this over again. But this was nice. I mean, look at that low. I mean, 106 from I remember. This down candle, what's this? Look up here. The low, this low right here. What is this right here? Look up there. Low is 106. So 33,106, and this 50% level is 105. I mean, and a hair away from 105, literally. But what was the goal here? Even if you didn't have this, what I'm showing you, well, you got this imbalance right here to keep it simple. And then these 3 down candles. So even if you did this, there's many ways to skin this cat right here. But I'll just do this, just so you can see that it's dipping into it. Let me change this to green. Wow, a little too dark there, huh? And and that's pretty much the whole confluence and gist of this. So really nice buy. Let's just put it that way. Really nice sell, really nice buy. But like I said, when it comes down here, we don't know if it's going to bust you or not. But if it buys, where's a good place? Well, again, we had that imbalance sitting right in there. I'm just using this time frame. And so you have that imbalance right there. All right. Okay. So we have that. And then you have this inversion imbalance right there. You see it right there. See that? I'm going to change this to where are you at? Yeah, I'll just do that. See that in between these two candles? This is a 5 minute. I'm not even going to go to a 1 minute. Right there, comes right in there and taps that. Look at that. So this area came right back. Really nice area of support. So other than that, came and then took out the high. Look how they do it at the 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock they do it. Buster all the way open to take out these people selling. So again, what are we doing here? Well, we came up to take the people out selling. We came down to take out the people buying. Then we went up to take out the people selling, right? So where are we going from here? Let me see. How long has this video been? Fuck. Let's see here. So to me, this shows, I mean, that speech tomorrow would have to be really big. We'd have to see a lot of selling. Right now we're in this range. I'm just going to draw it. I know this is a lot to discuss. I don't have any other way to make this simpler. I really don't. Or not simpler, but shorter. But before I even do this, let me delete this. See, there's stuff I'm gonna forget. But when we were coming down in here, I also have this. I have this here. Let me move this over. That's that 4-hour wick. But we have this here. Look how the price comes down, right? And then pops back up to this 50 level. I have this. See this 50. See these 25% levels, the 50, and I'm measuring the ranges. I'm measuring this opening gap. And then I got a 50% level there. Look how we bounce right to it, retrace, go above it, fall short of the high of the opening range gap again, retrace back down to the 50. Look at that. That's an entry right there alone. And then hitting now the top, right? Now we're underneath this gap. This is the present week gap as well. And then if I put a 50 here, which I had one, I don't know why it's not there. You'll see that the price comes back up here. Even when, and if you took this buy here, right here, your minimum target for me, even if I put a fib from here to here and retrace, 50% is around here. But I like this high right there. Look at that high right there. And look how beautiful it was coming down. Let me show this on a 1 minute. I do need to show this on a 1 minute. Right here was fucking awesome. I mean, couldn't have been cleaner. So there's that 1 o'clock. What do I got that for? Oh, I was showing you the buy example. Yeah, man. Once this was selling and we have took liquidity, we got 3 drives pretty much after taking this high out. And that high, which I got a green line. This is, don't get it twisted. I got the daily imbalance purple lines. I just put that green line as liquidity level up, and it blocks the in between. So don't get confused with that either. But once we take out this high, we do have a couple drives going up. See that? So we pass up 1 and then 2. And then even it was on a smaller time frame, there was a third one here. But I won't get into that. I can't go a sub-second. So, but on the 1 minute here, clean, once we're up here and we understand what's happening, we want to retrace back down and remember, come down into this opening range gap, right? You see it on the 15. I still got it there. So don't get confused. See, this indicator is fucking weird. It's not perfect, but it doesn't, see how it doesn't have, see how it shows the previous day and then it's all purple, but you don't, whatever, and you don't see it on here. So I'm going to switch this back so you don't get confused. Watch this. All right. And then remember that gap I explained. So if I was to have done this, it would have been from there, but just follow me here. So when it's selling right here, look at this. Look at the imbalance that it gives you on that right there. All right, you get a down candle. Okay, so you got an up candle, and then you got a down candle that closes, and then it busts through. So, model is, for me, if I'm entering on these down candles after they closed, because you can enter on an up candle, but I mean the problem is you have a risk of it coming down. I'd like to see a bearish candle. So this bearish candle closes. And then, I mean, you can see this, right? I don't know. All right, so then, you could push enter right there and then stop loss right there. Because if it's going above the high, then it's a wrong trade. Then you get a second bearish candle, this bearish candle right here. All right, when it closes, I don't expect price to go above it. So what I do, I'll normally push the button as soon as it closes there, or if it busts through and it goes below the open here or the low here, I'll push it as well. But then, or you'll wait for the price to come back up into this opening of this up candle. You could have put it right here, but your stop loss still would have had to have been above that candle or above that candle, which I would show you like this. The reason why I'd put it above that candle, because it won't show me, that's not showing me strength if it goes above that candle. Could it have? Yes. But generally, you don't want to see that. So that candle is in control, and so is that candle. And you have an imbalance in between. I got it shown already marked there. See that? So let me move this over just a little bit, man. So then you see here, price pops right back into that, right? And then your limit order could have been what I already mentioned, open right there, or 50% of the imbalance itself. You would have tagged in, very little drawdown, and it would just roll right away. So, but me, I have it. I have it there. I'm just used to that. But anyways, you never know. So anyways, then price breaks down, and then you got this imbalance right there on the 1 minute. Price pops in, controls as resistance. You also have previous price action right there. So many things I can show you. And you also even have this down candle. This is a breakthrough and a what do you call it? A resistance level there. If I highlighted this candle and dragged it out, you'll see it hold. Anyways, then we get another imbalance right there, right? Pop into it, comes down, pops back into it, takes them out, but pretty much wipes it. Look at perfect level. That low of that imbalance, of the high, I'm sorry, that high right there of that candle, and then that candle seals it perfectly right there, seals it. Doesn't go a point higher. Another opportunity for sell. Then when we're in here, you have this imbalance right there. Price is held in there. Doesn't break above. Yes, you have this choppiness, lower low, then a lower high, takes them out, and gets above here, and then gets to almost 50% of this, what do you call it? Imbalance, but not quite. And that would have been sick if it touched the top of this gap right here. That would today's gap. That would have been nice, but it didn't. It's okay. But the point is that you're holding this because you know you're getting the drives down. You're getting into this orange area that I got as the opening range. I've already explained all this shit down here. And you might be like, man, this is a lot, dude. But, at the same time, it is right. So, what else can I share? So I'm just showing you the order flow. You're rushing it down. Boom. I explained this, popping up, getting to this 50 right here of the orange range, of the opening range, and then took off. And then if you didn't have this, I'm going to delete this now because I don't need this out anymore. You really pretty much have your last down candle, price came up, retraced all the way back in it. This is a beautiful buy right here. Literally, you have an imbalance right here. The candle doesn't break that bullish candle. See this bullish candle? See how it doesn't break that low? So these are entry models as well. You could have got into every single close of these bullish candles and put the stop loss underneath it. But for me, I like it hitting that last down candle. Plus with the imbalance right there, you're already in a good zone that you found. And then stop loss would have been right there at that low or below that that candle right there. Okay. And then your intention understanding of what we got here is that we're probably going to go up one more time, or you're taking a buy for it to retrace the buy from here. The minimum target I would have took this buy was right here. I would have, or 50% of the gap, or well, technically even here too. But minimum target here, 50%, that high, this imbalance, that high, and this imbalance. And then it can pick your poison. You can keep going up if you like. Your choice. But nice ISOR right there. Coming to wipe that out. As you see, we come up and we start wiping all that out slowly. And yeah, man, that explains all this. Shit. So I gotta be done, man. But as far as tomorrow goes, it depends on dollar. So we were expecting dollar to. Oh, and I wanted to mention this real quick too. Um, Nas did take out this high, okay, which is Friday. Now we have not. I'm sorry, down here we have not, and neither has S&P. So is our S&P and Dow just late to the party, or is this showing us weakness? And I'm gonna readjust this. And then is this a crack here where now we come down? All right, so I don't know. And then look at dollar stayed up here. If dollar is gonna sell down, it would have to sell down and bust through this shit that we have here. It would have to make a new lower low. All right. If this daily imbalance that we have shown right here in this blue, if dollar is going to keep going up and it pushes us down, we're going to want to see dollar hold as support here, and then or here and retrace, kind of like, let me just do it like this, man. Damn. It would dollar would have to. We would like to see it do this if dollar is going to continue bullish. Okay. And then that would generally push us. If that's the case of dollar going up, then that would generally push us to do this. I'm only going to give two options here. That would do something like this for us. Okay. All right. If not, let me go back to dollar. If this holds as resistance and doesn't bust through, then we're going right back to what I was saying yesterday. Well, kinda. If dollar does this, right, then we're gonna retrace. So, I mean that means we just go straight up, in my opinion. All right, so we got the daily imbalance there. We have another one right there. I don't even know if I want to even highlight that. You can see that right there. So if we're looking at this little fib here that we got now, this new one, that would push us up into the 50 level here, possibly. And then you have possibly 50%. You see this gap right here? We could also hit 50% of that, or even tap underneath here, right? Instead of it coming this deep, it could go here, depending on what I just said with dollar. I don't know. All right, but that it looks real suspect. This little blue area that I put right there. So if yeah, so if dollar immediately just comes down like that, then I can see us pushing up. All right, we just opened up, so we could just retrace first, then keep going up. If dollar decides to come down. So yeah, I think that's enough here. But and then all right, so they just gapped down. They just gapped to here, and then it came down a little bit. So if I am going to do this now, last thing I'll do is just, this is a range. I'm definitely identifying this range. So does this price come down to a 50? Wipe that out. You see this gap right there? Well, look at that gap right there. So 1 minute, come into here and bounce as support. We also, by the way, we were also bouncing from support because of this. I'm going to squinch it up. Don't worry about it. But you see this right here? This was acting as support right here. See this area right here? See how we came down? We rated and then we came up and then bought here. Then came up and then bought here. So this price coming down, this area, I'm not going to go through that, but just to give you the idea, this was also a level of price action previously that could hold it as support. Plus you see these higher lows. So just pay attention to what's actually happening. It'll help you out a lot. But as of right this second, I can see price coming down to here. Coming back down into here. And then maybe buying up. It all depends what they do here. You know, But I like it's. I mean, you can see it's almost looking like it's rushing for it. Does it buy above right here? Possibly. It could just come here, play around, and then end up coming up. And then lastly, if that was a daily candle today, and then tomorrow, look, well, that's weird. They gapped up weird. According to this daily chart, that's bullshit. But oh yeah, that shouldn't even be on. So you can see if this is a bearish day, we might come up first and then come all the way down and then close bearish, and then we'll just still be in a consolidation, kind of like with this area, where we're waiting for the next stage to come up to make a lower high here, and then so I'm looking for something like this. All right. What would I like? I mean, I would like this, to be honest. I mean, yeah, that's what I would like. Something to kind of turn it around and then come back down. We'll see what happens. I got to go. Hope this helps. You guys take care. Till tomorrow. God bless.